If you saw my latest video on YouTube, you know that I recently bought a BMW 545e plug-in hybrid. But today is not about that car, it's about this car behind me, because this is my new car. But before presenting it, I want to tell you some more info why I sold that car and how and why I'm driving this car behind me. So first things first, how I ended up with a BMW 545e. Basically, one of my friends won it at an auction and he didn't want to buy that car at the moment. I saw that car, I really liked that car because it had a package, a lot of different options, and it was the most important thing, at a good price. So I decided, okay, give me that car, I'm buying that car in order to resell it and have some fun with it during the process. Now the thing is, if you saw my latest vlog, that car was my favorite car that I ever owned, and I'm telling you this from a perspective of having a BMW M2 before, an M240i, an M850i, and I'm telling you this because that car was the best buying acquisition that I ever made, taking in consideration the price, the power, the spec and everything. That car was comfortable, was fast, was economical if you were charging it, of course, because it had that B58, the best engine, one of the best engines that BMW I think ever created. Also the battery, which made it very efficient and very fast. So that car arrived here in Romania where I lived. I started driving it almost every single day, and I also listed it for sale. The surprise that I got was that that car was not selling very fast, to be honest, and I did not understand why. That car was a very fair buy in my opinion for any human being that would want to buy that car. Basically, it had real mileage, it had no problems whatsoever at the engine, at the battery or something like this. In my opinion, was very great deal. But actually that car sold in 4 months without 3 or 4 days, to be honest. I mean, I paid the car and I received the money after selling it after 4 months, which I think is not ideal in my opinion, because that car was not insanely expensive. I listed it at around 34,000 euros here in Romania, and was one of the cheapest on the market. But the good thing is that the car not selling was not a major drawback for me, because I was really enjoying driving that car. So luckily after 4 months that car sold. But also during this period I also had my daily driver that I bought like more than 1 year ago, and it was a Kia Exceed, again a plug-in car, very economical car, to be honest with you. That car was averaging about 5 to 5.5 liters in the city, which I think it's very good with the empty battery. With the battery full on hybrid mode, that car was averaging around 4 liters. With the AC on, I think that's very good. Funny or not, after 1 week or so after the BMW sold, the Kia also sold, and I ended up with this beauty behind me, which is not my car, it's a friend's car. And with this opportunity I want to thank him for letting me drive this absolute monster behind me before I'm buying another car. Also in this video I want to give you a small sneak peek of what car I'm going to buy, but stay till the end in order to see that info. So how it's like driving a 2007 Opel Astra G, I think it's called, 1.6 liter naturally aspirated manual gearbox. Of course, in 2026 is something that you find quite rare, especially in modern cities. I want to be honest with you, it's quite a fun experience to drive manual in today's world, because in the last 3 years or something like this I was driving only automatic, and it's not the fact that I forgot to drive manual gearbox, it's the fact that now I can't stay on the phone that well, you know, I can't scroll on the phone that well, which I know is not the safest thing, but I know all the people do this, send messages during driving and something like this, because we all get bored in today's traffic. So this car makes you feel a lot more present in the driving experience. We have some signs of rust here, but it's more superficial. But other than that, the car is in very good condition, not aesthetically. Also, you see this headlight is not very clear compared to this one. This looks a lot better. The only thing that makes this car not that safe, except the fact that it's 20 years old, is this thing. The car has winter tires. Currently, where I'm living, there are like 37 degrees outside. It's boiling hot, and I can tell you, even when I'm driving in a roundabout with 30 kilometers per hour or 20 kilometers per hour, these tires can feel very funny and sketchy even at a very low speed, because they are not made for 37 degrees. They are made below, let's say, 7 degrees. They are in good condition, but again, not the best in the summer. Now let's go directly to the back of the car to see how it looks. Of course, again, some scratches here. I think the owner hit a fence or something like this. We have some more trauma right here, to call it like that. But other than that, the car is kind of clean. Here I went to play some tennis, so I have my tennis equipment here. But spoiler, something like this, you know, these cars are full of everything that you will ever need on the road. You know that cars got bigger over time, but I never heard one of my parents complain that they don't have space to sit in the back seats of a car. And this car, for example, if you get an Opel Astra new, I'm sure it's a lot bigger than this. And now I want to test with my driving seat position for me. I'm 184 centimeters height, and I want to see how I can fit in the back. So let's check this right now. Of course, the first impression is very basic, and this is the space that I have. I mean, I don't know, if I go in a 3 Series, maybe I'm crazy, but the space is the same or a bit smaller. I don't know, maybe I'm just crazy. Call me crazy, guys. And from here we can also see the beautiful dashboard. Very simple, very rudimental, but it has one very important option. If you can see right there, is the air conditioning, which in this weather is absolutely mandatory. And the good thing about this is that it's actually working very good. It's funny to see how cars could came with manual windows 20 years ago, and it was an option to get electric windows in the back. Here I think it would be the bottom for the windows, but this car does not have it. One more funny thing, this roof started to fall apart, and my friend clipped it right here. It's something very common in old cars, and especially here in Eastern Europe we have this method, which is very funny, but it's very cheap and it works. Now let's enter the cockpit, let's call it like that. One more option that this car has, it's electrical adjustable mirrors. The horn here, you can see very well, that was used quite intense during these 20 years here in Romania. Manual headlights, which make very fun noise if you have the door open, because the car thinks you are going to forget this, and it has this option in order to make you pay attention. And don't forget the key here, and also don't forget the headlights on in order to consume all the battery. This I think is for the light or something like this from the gauge cluster, and here you can adjust the headlights manually, of course. Now what I like about this car, even though it's not in a perfect condition from outside, it drives really well. The clutch feels well, you don't have any strange sounds when you drive it, you don't have when you get into potholes. The car feels is not 20 years old. If you just close your eyes and go into some potholes or on a bad road, the car feels decent. The car doesn't feel like it's going to break down or something like this, which is a sign that these cars were made better, I think, than, for example, a Volkswagen Golf it's made nowadays. I don't think a 20 years old Volkswagen will be this great, or a 20 years old Opel will be this great like this car is nowadays. Now of course I want to go for a very short drive with you guys, but it will be more complicated to film than in an automatic car because this is manual, and I haven't driven a manual car in, to be honest, the last 3 years I haven't touched the manual, or if I drove it was just only for like maybe 500 meters just to move the car. But what I like is that this car still enters the gears really good, no problem. And to be honest, this thing surprised me how well it works after 20 years. In my case, I see this experience as a dopamine detox. And I'm a big fan of this because in life you get used to the fun things and the good things really quick. But when you get to experience something cheaper, something that it's less great than what you experience in your day-to-day life, it humbles you a lot. I like to drive this car because I know when I will get my next car, which will be a lot newer, like 20 years newer than this car, I will appreciate that car a lot more than I would do if I just went from the BMW to the new car. After the BMW sold and the Kia sold, I was searching a car very heavily for 1 week or so. I was looking at different BMWs and to be honest, only BMWs I was looking, but I was searching something that was also at a good price and as new as possible and with as low as a mileage as possible, because I want to keep that car for at least 2 years. And I'm not saying that a car with more kilometers will break or something like this, but I want to experience that new feeling in a car. And all the cars that I was finding were or extremely expensive or with no options whatsoever, and I just couldn't pay the money on those cars. So what I did, it's very funny, I never thought I would do this, especially at 23 years old. I bought a new car, 0 kilometers, and it's on the way. I will receive it in September, the late of September. And I'm going to give you one more hint. It's a car that takes the Kia place, not the BMW place, okay? So this was the video for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you understood something from this video. You can still have fun and appreciate life with a cheap car in 2026. Thank you so much for watching and see you in the next video. If you want me to film more videos with this car right here, tell me in the comments down below and see you in the next one. Bye bye.